Come on, it's fast breaks. Listen. We back with another one.
Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game. We don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm to run the fast break. Throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break. Throw me the outlet. We on the break. It's fast break. We on the break. It's fast break. Let's go. Whoa.
Wow.
We said when it's time to go,
We on the break.
I'm
It's
ready.
fast break. Let's go.
Let's go. Welcome. It's another beautiful Saturday morning here in Fast Break Land. You've chosen to join us for your second audio adventure of the week. My name is Rhoda, hostess with the mostest, and you know this. King Andre to my right. Alan, the man with the plan in the corner, and above me, Coach Paul, who is always ready to go when his number is called.
You ever seen How I Met Your Mother?
You gonna interrupt the intro to ask us about How I Met Your Mother?
I got a really important question. Have you all ever
Man,
seen
give it the rebound.
Have you seen How I Met Your
Give
Mother?
it the rebound. Ole!
We got a very specific thing. This is like Martin Simpson. Always
Stop
right.
talking through the ad-libs and sound effects. Paul, hit it again.
Hey,
Thank
that was
you.
fire.
Now what do you want to say?
Have you all ever seen How I Met Your Mother? The
No.
episode? Damn it. None of you?
No.
I don't know
Anyway.
what you're referring to.
We have
know
we're
the show.
starting a new series with this episode. We'll be coming back to these topics frequently, but this will be our first installation. We're going to talk about the business behind basketball. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. The first thing that I want to run by y'all that we sort of teed up over the summer is the NBA's lawsuit with TNT. Okay, so essentially the media setup for the NBA's broadcasting of games was completely upended over the summer, and there is a completely new structure. So they have an 11-year media rights deal with Disney, which is ESPN, NBC Universal. NBA returns to NBC like the good old days for the first time in a long time, and I think that probably played out the fact that NBC had the Olympics. And then a new player on the block, Amazon Prime Video, who will be streaming games digitally. And that's going to be effective starting next season, again, for 11 years. This agreement will significantly increase the number of games shown on broadcast television. Per the terms, around 75 regular season games will be broadcast on TV each season, which is up from 15. Disney will retain the top package, including the NBA Finals and ABC and ESPN airing nearly 100 games. But NBC returns as a broadcaster with up to 100 regular season games, and Amazon will distribute 66 regular season games, which includes the Thursday night doubleheaders and special events like Black Friday. That spot was previously held by TNT. We all know TNT with the award-winning Inside the NBA show we all love. You have probably noticed that I have not mentioned their name in this deal yet. As a result of the deal, Amazon is set to take over the NBA games previously broadcast on TNT. In response, TBS, Turner Broadcasting Systems, who owns TNT, has filed a lawsuit against the NBA over a dispute regarding matching rights. TBS claims it had the right to match any third-party offer for NBA broadcasting rights under the previously existing agreement, the one that's still in effect this season, and asserts that it matched Amazon's offer, but that the NBA rejected it. So they're making a breach of contract claim, and they're seeking either intervention or monetary damages. They're saying the NBA acted in bad faith, and that the actual offer that Amazon made and that the deal they structured with Amazon was intentionally created in a way that it was actually impossible for TNT to match it, which goes against what their agreement is for. And it goes against their good faith clause. Obviously, TNT has been broadcasting NBA games since 1989. The NBA argues that TBS failed to match Amazon's offer because Amazon's proposal involves internet-based distribution via Prime Video, while TBS's rights are primarily for television via TNT. So basically, the NBA is saying, you're in the category of TV broadcast, and you should have matched NBC's offer, right? When ABC and NBC made offers for television broadcast rights, you should have matched one of their offers. Amazon made an offer for digital distribution, and so the fact that you can't match that is of no consequence, and it wasn't bad faith. But also, TNT's counter to that is that they have digital distribution, right, through their various apps and also through Max. They just signed up. If you remember last year, they just set up Max to stream games. So that's going to be the back and forth. Despite what some of us do for confession, let's not look into this from the league arguments.
Oh, you don't want to be lawyers right now?
I want to jump and how the fan feels about where they're going to be getting their games. Losing TNT as a broadcaster, potentially losing that crew, gaining NBC, and the potential to be streaming games on your Amazon Fire Stick. Paul, you want to jump in first?
Well, I'll say this. So let's use the NFL as a case study, if you would. Right? The NFL not been doing this, but for the past 2 years, they've been on this wave of having exclusive games on streaming. Because I think that's where the contention and the displeasure from the fans is gonna come from. Because all right, TNT is not there anymore. We have to see what NBC comes with, right? We have to see if they're gonna have the entertainment value that TNT has. Right? If they do, then cool. There's already a nostalgia factor with it because they've been running ads from last year about NBA being on NBC and using the same theme song that's in every Jordan highlight.
Iconic.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody loves that. So that's already cool with the fans. Now, is the broadcast crew, the halftime crew, are they going to be as entertaining? That has to be seen. If it's not, then people are going to miss TNT, right? Now, as far as the streaming goes, I know with the NFL, super fans will get what are they on? They on Peacock. They will get Peacock.
They're on Prime too.
They're on Prime, right? They are on Prime.
Prime is going crazy right now,
right? Because of the sports, the super fans will pay money to watch these sports. Now, everybody else, not so much. I know me, when I see there's a game on Amazon Prime or on Peacock, I'm tight because I'm not getting Amazon Prime and Peacock to watch. You know what I'm saying?
But I low key, I feel like you're in the minority of people at this time. It's 2024, guy. Most people. How many people in this podcast right now have Prime?
No, but here's the problem though, Andrew. People will have Prime but not have Peacock. People have Netflix but not have HBO Max. So now the specific streaming service that the sports leagues choose, that matters, because now just because you have a streaming service doesn't mean that you could watch that game because it's on a different streaming service.
No, I hear you. And I kind of so if it was last year before they started with all the crackdowns with password sharing, I would be less inclined to agree with you. Because because there's so many ways that there are people that I know, maybe even people in this podcast, that share passwords because they're of one family. You know what I'm saying? But this year, people are starting to have to get different passwords and stuff like that because you can't stream at the same time. You can't.
And a lot of people are refusing to do so and just are taking
Correct.
the L on those apps.
Correct. And it's gonna end up where Paul's right, where basketball nerds are going to end up doing that, but it's going to be the more casual fans, which make up a huge part of the NBA's viewership, that may not necessarily want to go spend. Listen, we're battling inflation right now. Okay, people are paying.
Here we go.
No, but I'm serious. No, people are paying $5 for a gallon of milk. And
vote next Tuesday.
Right before
vote. It matters.
Go vote on Tuesday.
Please. I cannot wait till selection is done, boy. Yes.
Same.
It's not gonna be done till like Thursday too. That's a funny.
That's Thursday. I'm giving it a week, bro.
A week?
I think it's gonna be week 2
for sure.
Right before Thursday.
Can I give y'all some data on cable TV versus streaming?
Sure, but let me just finish the point I was making.
Sure.
If you're banking on the vast majority of Americans having to go get these several different apps, to Paul's point, to go watch, the Knicks, the Warriors, whoever, you might start seeing a decline in viewership. Even if you have the availability through a mass amount of apps, you're gonna unless they stop the crackdown of passwords, which none of these companies are going to do, you're going to have people pick and choose, and there's going to be a decline in viewership, unless you rely completely on the super nerds.
Question though, would they even care about the decline in viewership if they're getting this money from the services, from the streaming?
They should.
Yeah, I think they do. I think the viewership is what determines everything. That's where the most of NBA money comes from, like ad dollars. Ad dollars come
right. But the problem is, it works different with streaming though, because they gotta pay. The streaming services have to pay the leagues, correct?
Yes, they're paying for packages.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're getting the money from the league, not from the ads that's on the streaming services.
Well, both. They're getting Well, wait, who's getting the money from the league? The league isn't paying anybody.
No, I'm saying the streaming services are paying the leagues.
Yes.
So if the leagues are still getting that money, but they're seeing low viewership because people aren't, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll get to that. But just this discussion of cable versus streaming, in 2024, just to give you the state of cable TV consumption right now, broadcast television in 2024. 68.7 million people in the U.S. are subscribed. That's down about 20 million from 2021. Interestingly enough, though, 69% of the top content on cable TV is sports content. So, in fact, sports is the main reason why anyone still has cable. So, Paul, to your point, it's kind of goes both ways. Like people are only still having cable because sports is there. So if sports weren't there, I think a large percentage of people that'd be the final reason, the final straw to get rid of their cable and go to streaming. I like because you're to your point, like you're tight, but that's because you still have all your sports on TV, and so that's your preference. The more that becomes not possible, you're likely going to move to a scenario where like I'm just going to have to get streaming because like I want my sports, and I think
all of the services.
If that's what, that's the problem, right? Like,
that's the problem.
That's what I'm teeing up.
But if you no longer have the option, it's between that or not watching sports, right?
What happens with League Pass?
That's a great question.
Does the same.
League Pass is a different type of thing, though, because League Pass is a temporary license to every single game that's being played, right? League Pass is like a partnership with the local TV networks in every market, which I don't know how they negotiated that, but I guess because the NBA owns the right to the footage anyway. So
right,
exactly.
And also they probably got a percentage, which a lot of these local networks use. particularly the smaller teams.
On League Pass, you can't watch like your own local market. Like so, like we
Correct,
can't watch
you
the
can't.
Knicks. So it doesn't hurt the local
The
market.
local,
That's
yeah.
probably easy to negotiate that.
No, honestly, if
That's a
anything,
good point.
it's a big bonus for local because they're getting boosts from someone in New York.
You're getting views from other places where you had it.
I don't know, but the ads that are run on the local network don't run on the League Pass. The League Pass runs its own ads. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think
cut of the ad revenue.
Maybe show the halftime showing all of that.
Not for real. They be showing like it's truly just like the in arena feed. Like you just get the feed. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just to tie the knot on this, if we go to September 2023, so about a year ago, 37.5% of people streamed versus 29.8% of people on cable.
Wow.
That's a big jump. I wonder what the numbers would be this year.
But 40% of households still subscribe to cable TV, but 47% of households use streaming. So you got to think about the crossover as well, right? Like I myself, like my family still has a cable account, which is how I log into all the apps without having to pay for every single one. Right?
Same.
Way to go.
Right?
When my mom got rid of cable, I was so upset, bro.
Crazy, yeah, never. But I also obviously have some streaming apps that I pay for on my own because I want no ads. Right. So like I do Hulu my own. I have my own Netflix because of the password thing. So like I would satisfy both categories. So basically it's like streaming is present, but I'm saying not a lot of people are getting rid of their cable because of sports. So like sports really is the factor that would tip that, where you would see both more households get streaming and the households that have streaming and cable let their cable go.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
Imagine like the Super Bowl is not on cable. How that changes the.
Well, the Super Bowl isn't on cable. The Super Bowl is on broadcast. You don't even need cable to watch the Super Bowl. It's on Channel 4.
I've been able to stream the Super Bowl for the last 3 years.
True.
No, not even stream. I'm saying it's on broadcast television. If you own a television, you can watch. You don't need cable to watch the Super Bowl. It's on 4. It's on ABC. Like it's on those broadcast channels.
Exactly, and that's why I think like this new deal and Amazon coming into the play, I don't think it's going to affect it too much because most of the games is still on broadcast. You know what I mean? Like ABC/ESPN / Disney still has like the major, like the biggest part of the deal, like the A package they call it, and most of the games still on. So I think when it comes to like the viewership and everything, I don't think just the effects of like Amazon coming into play and streaming and all that, I don't think it's going to affect it too much. And
I think Paul's entertainment point stands though, because I think, and when we talk about viewership, we can get into this, but like, I feel like part of it is the in-game entertainment value has drastically declined over the years.
I think affects the viewership more than the streaming and stuff. Yeah.
And the biggest loss I feel with TNT outside of Inside the NBA, which is obvious, right? Which is the only halftime entertainment that people even watch anymore. Like I don't watch Countdown anymore. I don't watch the ESPN halftime. Like it's very boring.
Yeah.
But Kevin Harlan.
Yes.
Is he moving?
So, well, we don't know, right? All those people are Turner employees, not NBA employees. So if the games are not being broadcast on Turner, will we ever hear Kevin Harlan do a play-by-play again? And he's the GOAT. I mean, Marv Albert is largely recognized as the GOAT. Sure. He's like the conventional GOAT, but no one has ever made a call in a game that's got you more hype than Kevin Harlan.
That's not true. Bang! Bang!
Mike Green's double bang is legendary. Pause. Of course. But bro, when Kevin
Bosh gets the rebound, kicks out of Ray Allen. No, come on, bro. That is the most in basketball history.
Kevin Harlan, LeBron James with no regard for human life.
That was hard. But Mike Green is different.
We've got a brouhaha.
But either way though, I think like to Farrah's point, I do think like TNT / like Warner and all them, as like a pool, they have like the better talent. Like Mike Green, whether he's a goat or not, is Mike Green. But I think overall, now that Farrah's mentioning it, I do think TNT has like the better like in-game talent. Like I
They do. That's kind of a big loss because you got to think about.
Welcome to your Kodak moment.
So that is a good point too.
Because they're not going to be. There might be more potential suits afterwards. In fact, if I were TNT, I'd be pulling up all the NDAs right now.
What?
So that their employees aren't going over to CBS or Prime or wherever. Like that. If I'm trying to be ultimately,
if you're who?
The contract with
TNT and TBS.
No, I'm saying the TNT's employees, they're all contracted. So like,
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They're not going to.
They're just
like,
out of a job.
No, that's what it is, and they're still under contract.
Well,
are they under contract to the end of the NBA season?
I think most of them probably
have
the
contracts for years.
The only people that don't have non-competes, I think, are Barkley, Kenny, and Ernie, because they always go to NBC for college basketball.
Right. And what about Shaq? What's he got?
He never does it. So he might have a
non-compete.
Yeah.
But isn't that like a combined situation too?
Like
they combined
it. It's not NBC. It's not NBC.
Oh, and I'm lying. It was not
NBC.
It's a TBS network. So they might. No, you're right. They might still have a non-compete because that is the TBS network that they go on for college basketball.
But not. I mean, not. I know you said don't be a lawyer in this, but like, let's think about it. It won't be they wouldn't be violating the non-compete anymore because there's actually no more competition. TNT is.
They would litigate that if they're suing the NBA and litigating this.
No,
they would. They take Barkley to court for sure.
No, that's where I started. I'm like, there's gonna be a string of more lawsuits following, and probably further injunctions. So we might not.
I don't see a lot of those guys trying to go get a job elsewhere though.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of them chose TBS, like as opposed to ESPN. Like especially a lot of these former players. Like I'm sure they had offers from both, and there are reasons why they chose TBS over Disney. So I don't think they're about to all just go run over to Disney. Like
maybe not Disney, but they can go to
I don't see how is that not going to the competition.
I don't know if Prime's hiring entertainment.
It's not going to the competition because the competition is going to be dead.
Remember, Prime is digital, so Prime might just stream like League Pass. Prime might provide you the in arena feed.
What they do for football is they do have a crew. They got Maria. What's her name? Maria Taylor, and I think
they do. So Amazon has its own broadcast crew
for football. Yeah, for Thursday Night Football. Yeah.
Yo, all right. So this is a great
Where's
point.
Blake Griffin going?
So
Blake Griffin's going to Prime, I think.
No, he's going to. Oh, he is going to Prime. I think he is going
to.
They said that they're trying to get him. The last I read, NBC's trying to get him. Prime's trying to get him. So
he's gonna be.
That's
great.
Another thing to watch is that there's going to be a rat race this whole season of Prime and NBC trying to hire broadcasting staff.
Who's hiring Draymond?
But then there's another draft right after the season ends, because after the season ends, then all the TBS guys, if they're legally allowed to, might be up for grabs.
What honestly, what they might do?
Do you wait for that, or do you try to get a crew now?
You try to get a crew now.
No, you try to get a crew now. Because the thing with those guys, like, I think the only people up for play, honestly, if I'm being honest, is just Kenny and Shaq. Because I think if Charles is not, I think if Charles is either TNT or he's retiring. Yeah,
he doesn't want to go.
Honestly, what I probably see them doing, I would not be surprised to see them all join forces in the podcasting space.
They already all have their own podcast.
They have their own podcast.
All separately?
Yeah.
What about this league?
Except Kenny. Kenny doesn't have one, but Ernie has one. Charles has one, and Shaq has a yeah.
I didn't know
Ernie and Charles have one together. Yeah.
Oh, word? Oh, that's crazy.
Steam Room.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Also, probably. Wait, did you say the Steam Room?
Correct.
Yes, that's the name of it. Yes.
Oh wait, I have heard of this. I didn't know that was them. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But here's the thing, though. Where does this league that Brianna Stewart and Navisa Collier are started? How does that play?
That's on CNC.
Right. So how does that play? Like, how seriously is TNT taking that?
It's a
I think they're taking it seriously, but I don't think those guys are going to be like the way I see it, I can see it. Like I can envision it. They're trying to put like maybe more female talent on there.
Yeah.
Like
you think they're not gonna
you know what I mean?
utilize like Kenny and Ernie might. I wouldn't be surprised if
Ernie might.
That would be
Yeah.
very. You know what, Paul? That's a great question. That'd be very interesting if after the NBA season expires and there's no NBA content, whether they employ their NBA broadcast team for what is it? Undisputed. What is it called?
yeah. I think it's
Undisputed.
like
But like
on something.
so that starts in January, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the middle of the NBA season. I don't see the TBS crew doing that because you got to think about it. Over there already, they already have Taylor Brooks, right? Who's part of the Turner crew. They got Candace Parker. Brooks, yeah. What I say? I said my bad. Taylor
You said
Brooks.
Taylor Brooks, but it's all good.
Unrivaled. I wanted
They
to
got
get that correctly. Unrivaled.
Unrivaled, yeah. They got Candace Parker as part of the team already. I don't know if she's going to keep doing the TV, but I feel like they're going to try to make it more like more women on there.
I mean, where is Cheryl Miller gone? When's the last time anyone saw Cheryl Miller?
I don't know if she does TV anymore. I haven't seen her in a long time.
She's chilling.
I haven't seen her in a minute. She's just enjoying. She's resting on her laurels, bro. She's chilling.
She used to be a great color commentator.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But it's crazy.
She was a
I think
reporter.
Inside of the NBA.
Oh, she's on NBA TV apparently.
Oh,
really?
What are they doing?
Still?
How are they? What are they going to do inside of all
That's
this?
a good question. I think they're part of the Turner too. That's nuts.
NBA TV?
I think
Yeah, part of Turner.
they got all the Turner talent over there.
Yeah, they're definitely part of Turner.
Shaq
No
go over
way.
there. Kenny sometimes go over
Wait,
there.
no, that's big. So there's no more NBA TV?
I don't know.
Or do they get bought out too? Are they? Do
No,
they
no, no,
belong
no,
to
no,
the-
no, no, no. It's owned by NBA, but it's operated by Warner Brothers Discovery through TNT Sports. So that's another point, though. It still exists, and the NBA has to hire someone else to run it.
Yeah, probably NBC maybe.
Or
So
ESPN?
that's gonna be great. That's gonna be crazy. So now NBA TV is gonna have a whole new look and feel.
Warner's
It's gonna
cooked.
get run by a different company. That's nuts.
Warner's cooked because they
Warner's
like I don't know.
I hope they
I
give it
don't
to
know if y'all,
NBT
like-
because if NBA TV
Turner,
turns
Turner.
into ESPN,
They better not. They better.
uh,
They gotta write that in the contract.
Listen,
Like,
Warner's going to be cooked for. Warner's going to be cooked for.
Bro,
as
Stephen
far
A
as-
will never sleep, bro. If NBA TV is under Disney, bro,
Yeah.
that man will just be on NBA TV because NBA TV is like is 24 hours. Like it's just 24 hours
That's-
NBA coverage.
It's going to be the Stephen A. network. That's the next. Forget
It's
NBA. It's going to be the
720
Stephen A.
deal.
network.
Oh my god.
A 720.
He was in 720. Oh my god.
A 720 is comedy.
No, but Warner's
Bro.
going to be fine because listen, they're getting ready.
Stephen-
They're going
Stephen
all
A.
in.
Why y'all saying Warner?
What do you mean?
Because that's who owns
company.
the.
Time Warner?
That's who owns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not Time Warner.
Not
It's
Time Warner.
Turner. It's
Yeah.
the
Warner.
Turner broadcast system, which is owned by Warner.
Oh.
Yeah, not Time Warner. But they're going to be fine. Listen, they're about to
Warner
go.
Brothers. Warner Brothers.
Yeah, they're about to
Oh.
go all in. They're about to go all in with the superhero universe that they're relaunching again. So that's going to be the crux of their focus. So
What?
they're not. They're with what's his name from the Guardians of the Galaxy director who just took over DC Studios. Like they're putting all their money behind him right now.
Is that Warner?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's their cinema division. What are they?
that's
gonna
their cinema. No, it's their cinema and TV division. He has like
put that stuff on Max.
he has like 5 shows coming out.
All
and 3
the
movies.
DC stuff is on
You're
Max.
lying.
I'm not lying. This is that's why honestly, low key, I was surprised by this lawsuit because I thought they were all like they have been cleaning slate. Like the ending of the DC universe on CW that they've like systematically ended almost all their shit. That's why.
I think you're forgetting how lucrative NBA broadcasting.
No, I'm
is.
not forgetting. I'm not
They don't
forgetting.
want to
It's the
lose
primary
that.
reason why anyone still has cable, as I mentioned earlier.
I'm not forgetting. I'm telling you they're thinking. I think they're forgetting to let this slip through the cracks like this, but they're putting a lot of faith in this.
They're not forgetting because I was reading up about it like before like the lawsuit happened because they've been talking about it for a long time. The thing is, like Turner tried to like pull it over on the NBA and stuff because Turner's broke essentially. They're very much in debt. They're very, very much in debt. So they was not
He
trying
said
to
you
pay.
Don't got it. You don't got it.
And so, long story short, they was trying to pull one over on the NBA, and the NBA, Adam Silver was not playing that, and he just like,
Adam Silver is a thug. People don't know
because they had a long. This was like negotiations for a long time. It wasn't like the NBA just got NBC out of nowhere. Like they were trying to re-up for a year or so before, and Turner had like 30 days to match, and they never did it. So like, this is what happens. Like Turner is well known apparently in the industry that Turner is just like very much in debt. They literally could not afford to match the NBC deal, and now they're trying to do the Amazon one. So you're cooked.
So let's talk about that viewership, right? Let's talk about how lucrative. Because here's the other thing: with all this upheaval that we just identified, right? There's moving of platforms. NBA TV is going to have a new operating broadcast company, so that's going to have a new look, new feel. All the games outside of the Disney games are going to have new broadcast teams that have to be hired now because we say we're not going to wait to get the Turner team. Right, so new broadcasters, new formats, new channels you have to turn to if you're still on cable, and if you're streaming, new apps that you have to go to, and completely new entertainment layouts. Do we think that will help or hurt the current trends in viewership? Which again, it's only been 2 weeks, but to remind everyone, ESPN's opening doubleheader averaged 1.6 million viewers, which was down 42% from the 2023 debut of Victor Wembanyama. And Bucks v 76ers had only 1.71 million viewers, which is less than the 2.25 that watched Celtics Knicks in 2023.
There's two reasons for that, though, in my opinion. First reason is...
one more. Last Thursday on TNT, the Spurs Mavericks only generated 1.45 million viewers, which was a 29% decline from last year's comparable broadcast window for TNT. And on ESPN last Friday for Pacers Knicks, they only had 830,000 viewers. Not even 1 million people watched that game. But obviously on the same day, Yankees-Dodgers game 1 was happening. So to be fair,
I think the reason for this decline in viewership is because of the load management situation. That Sixers game, both Paul George and Joel Embiid did not play, and apparently Joel Embiid is not injured, or is he? Whatever. Who knows?
You don't know.
They know, but we don't.
They know.
They know. The second reason is the storyline, the narrative. Right? We talked about this before on this podcast, like last year or something.
Mm-hmm.
The quest for greatness is what drives the narrative and the storyline and the intrigue in the NBA. It's funny, right? Y'all remember when we found out DeMarcus Cousins was going to the Warriors? Our reaction.
Yeah, I remember. I never forget
You
that.
remember that?
I'll never forget that.
You remember that? We were like, "Oh my gosh, it's over! How could this happen?"
Before, right? on the iteration before the podcast years ago, when DeMarcus signed to the Warriors, we were recording live, and we all got that alert, and it was crazy.
We thought the league was cooked.
I might have been at camp. I might have been. What year was that? That was 2018.
2018.
So summer 2018.
Yeah.
Where was I? Yeah, bro. I was about to start law school.
That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, but
I didn't care. I didn't care because that was the same summer that LeBron signed with the Lakers. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care. I didn't care.
Oh, wow, it was.
I did not care at all.
But yeah, no. The thing is everybody was mad about that because they already had Kevin Durant, and then now they had DeMarcus Cousins. So parity is just ironic how we all want there to be parity in the league, but then at the same time, it can get a little boring. But I think
because it's a lot of mid. Going back to what I was saying on Thursday.
No. It's not that why.
Sometimes parity is because everyone is mid.
That's not why. The reason is because there's nobody that's under question right now, except for LeBron, and nobody except for Lakers fans think they're going to win the chip. But there's nobody that's taking the claim as the best in the league who's striving to be the greatest ever. right
I
now.
would say that's incorrect.
Wait. Did Steve Kerr mess that up for Tatum? Did Steve Kerr mess up? Can we blame viewership on Steve Kerr for ruining the rollout of Jason Tatum?
No, he did. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think
he ruined it.
so.
I don't know that he ruined it because Jason Tatum is on a tear this season. Boy's averaging like 37.
Olympic viewership was up. You can't go from watching all these NBA superstars in the Olympics like do incredible things, but think about how that's set up for this incoming, like coming out of the Olympics. Who would we have been excited to watch this season? LeBron, Curry, Durant, and Embiid, right?
Not
Curry.
Durant. Not Durant.
No, Durant
was cooking. His team was.
I'm saying coming out of the Olympics, like coming out of who we were just watching kill, who we would be excited to continue watching kill. Those are the 4 guys that were killing. So like those are the guys we were hype about having just watched.
Yeah.
So coming into the season, Lakers are interesting. The Lakers viewership numbers will always be high, so we got that. Curry hurt. Embiid not playing. Kevin Durant, the Phoenix Suns, not a super marketable team.
No, they're number 2 in the West right now.
But their debut game, Suns versus Clippers, only had 1.52 million views, which was down 50% from last year's comparable game. No one wants to watch the Suns or the Clippers for that point because of Kawhi, right? So the players that we should be hyped to watch coming out of good Olympic years, one of which should have been Tatum and the championship Celtics, and watching them repeat.
I disagree.
I don't think that's why though.
I'll say this quick.
Okay.
Anthony Edwards played minutes.
That was the fifth one, yes. But then the trade messed that up, bro, because now both teams are like, we don't know what's going on.
But
I know what's going on.
I'm saying Jason Tatum was only going to play Anthony Edwards minutes anyway. He wasn't going to play heavy minutes.
But that's the problem. That's the problem. Do you know
Anthony Edwards? Oh no, maybe he didn't start.
He started.
The thing is, and this is the nonsense part. NBA executives and players are considering Jason Tatum to be the best small forward in the league. He is a top 5 player. He just won a championship, and he should be considered as the guy that we're all watching. This all got messed up simply because Steve Kerr. No, I'm serious. There was a lot of hate.
I don't think it's because Steve.
He wasn't even.
It's not just Steve Kerr, but Steve Kerr.
Bro, when are we gonna realize that we can't jack Finals MVP?
You're wilding.
Say it again.
When are we gonna realize that we can't jack Finals MVP?
You're wilding.
No, honestly,
Andre Iguodala has one, bro. I
was gonna say when they gave it to Iggy, they kind of destroyed it.
Kawhi's first one, like we're not.
That's not the normal though. That doesn't. That's a rare occurrence.
I don't care if it can happen. Then I can't jack it.
The fact that
extreme.
That means you can't jack the MVP either.
And the fact that Steph Curry,
the
fact that Steph Curry, and
Steve Nash got 2 MVPs,
right?
Averaging like 14 points,
right?
But you know my argument about MVP. My MVP is a narrative award, so I already don't jack it in terms of that.
No, Finals MVP has gone down in value. I agree with Pharaoh. He's right.
I only jack all NBA. I've told y'all this several times. That's the only thing I jack. I do not jack MVPs. I do not. I am invested in who wins the MVP because I'm invested in the narrative that the NBA tries to tell. I think sometimes they're negligent, and we've had that conversation. But in terms of jacking it, in terms of greatness, like I'm not really. Steve Nash has 2. Like I'm like.
Steve Nash has 0.
I look at the players for the state of the league and the viewership. I blame them.
But the state of the league and the viewership did
Why? Why blame the players? All they're doing is putting up amazing numbers. Like what?
Nah. It's not about numbers. It's about the quest for greatness.
Yes, it's entertainment. It's entertainment at the end of the day, right? It's entertainment. Whose job is it to package and present what's currently happening in a way that's intriguing?
Yeah, but you can only market. Look.
That's an interesting point. Go ahead.
A good product doesn't mean great marketing. But
what are you talking? No, I can't check that at all. No. I can't check that at all.
It's the truth. But bad marketing, but good marketing with a bad product, it won't work like that.
You're telling me bad marketing can't hide a great product? A great product is gonna sell regardless if anyone knows about it.
That's a fact.
Yes.
No.
Yes, that's marketing. Yes. Yes.
If no one knows you have it, how can you sell it?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What
You're saying is a fact.
What are you talking about? Yeah, no, I know, Alan. What are you talking about? If no one knows you have it, how can you sell it?
If somebody has a good product and it's really that good, the
you
word
have
will
to
get
tell
out.
somebody. You have to tell somebody.
The people
Someone has
will
to
tell.
know.
The people will tell other people if it's that good. If it's that good, and I said bad marketing. If you're doing a bad job selling, but people are like, "This product is so good, I don't care how bad this commercial is," then they'll check it out. A good product, you can't replace that. And I'm saying the players create the product. At the end of the day, I'm not blaming the league for the presentation of the. No, now,
I don't think that's true.
I'll give you an example.
You're using a great product with like an irreplaceable product. For example, like there are sneakers on Amazon that are $15 that will not break apart. They'll take you from A to B, and they're okay. They're not selling more than Nikes. However, I don't care who you are. Everybody has Post-its either in their office or in their home. It is an irreplaceable product. You don't need to do a ton of ads for that. It is irreplaceable. You can have a good product, but if you're not marketing more than Nike, Adidas, Puma, whoever, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You got to be out there to market.
And here's the example, Paul.
It is true. It's actually true.
To use Andre's terminology and your thought work, the irreplaceable product that needed no marketing was 2016, right? Where you have an athlete like Kobe Bryant announcing his final year, and you have Steph Curry doing what he was doing, and a team about to break a record. The NBA didn't have to do anything because any general casual sports fan was tuning into a lot of NBA games because there was natural intrigue, right?
Yeah.
But those players weren't like that's general. You can't expect that level of productivity and intrigue from the players every year. A Kobe Bryant retiring and a team going 73-9, like we're not gonna get that. So short of that, the NBA has to market. Like unless you're in one of those years where something absolutely incredible is happening by default, which is gonna garner eyes. Like the W this year, right? Caitlin Clark, by default eyes. Didn't have to do much.
Product.
Right? Didn't have to do much. The NBA does not have that this year. They don't have something that's just by default amazingly intriguing.
And
so you have
supposed to.
That is the first time in a long time, though, and that's because of the players.
Hold
on, let me tell you why.
That's where I agree. Disagree with you, though, Paul. I don't think that's just on the players, though. I'm not even saying you're wrong, but I disagree that's on the players.
That's not true. Can we go back every year from the past few years and name what was the absolutely astonishing, intrinsically intriguing thing that was happening?
I'm about to tell you. Hold on. From the 90s.
Let's do it year by year.
From the 90s, you had Jordan, right?
No. I want you to go backwards. 2023, 24. What was amazingly intrinsically
I'm not going
intriguing?
year by year. I'm going by era.
No, I want to go year by year because you're telling me it's the first year in a long time that we haven't had
to go year by year. We don't have time to go year by year.
No, but the point. Because you're telling me it's the first time in a long time that we haven't had something intrinsically intriguing.
You know why I want to?
That's not true. We can go year by year. It happens. It happens.
Wait, it does not. No, it does not. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. The era. I'm going by eras because I look at this whole era as an era from 2019 to now is a different era of the NBA in my eyes. I think in most people's eyes, right? The current superstars in 2019. They were entering their prime or entering who they are today, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going back to the 90s. Jordan, right? Then you had the 2 years where he didn't play. There was intrigue because of that. Then he comes back. There's intrigue because of that. Then right after that, you had the Lakers. People are wondering, how good are they going to be? How good is Kobe? Then you keep going even further, right? You fast forward to, the Celtics?
No, thank you. Mid 2000s. Tell me what was intrinsically intriguing from 2004 to 2008.
The rise of LeBron.
That was the one era. Maybe.
The rise of LeBron.
Maybe.
2003, he gets into the league. 2007.
Yeah, he's right.
Yes, but look what that is. Okay, so 2003, you get an incredibly intrinsically intriguing product. 2004, 2005, 2006.
It's just about his reign. But honestly, the intrinsic thing was the scandal of Kobe. That's actually what the killer was in those years.
I don't think people was watching NBA for the scandal for 3 or 5 years.
They weren't watching NBA before that.
You'd be surprised.
There was
There'd be a lot of casuals that got pulled.
years.
You can
watch this.
My mother-in-law who never watches basketball knows about that scandal. People
Watch how I'm about to flip this.
That don't mean she was watching the basketball for it.
I don't even want to continue talking.
She was at least tapped into the NBA.
I don't want to give airway to the fact that happened. Can we stop talking about that, please?
You're right.
Well, look.
Hold on, because I'm gonna pause you right there, right? Because I'm about to highlight something. Because David Stern, this is when they initiated the pre-modern marketing model before the one we have now. Because you're right, in 2003 they capitalized on LeBron's entry, right? You have an amazing, intrinsically intriguing thing that happens. Everyone's watching. You know what they did for the years after that to maintain those eyes when you don't have it like super intrinsically intriguing anymore, because you only get one rookie year to see, is this guy going to be good enough? You know what they did? They turned him into the king.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
That's
NBA turned LeBron James into the king and marketed their whole thing around him and prematurely crowned him, which I've always said, because it was a marketing ploy to keep intrigue. They packaged this, we have to follow this guy's journey. This guy, they marketed him crazy to make us watch him lose. To make us watch him not get into the playoffs.
No, he's right. He's actually right. And I've held this position for a while. I'm not going to front.
Bro, he didn't get to the playoffs until like 06.
Two things though, right? Number one, he was good enough to market like that because in 07 he got to the finals, right? He was good enough. Right. And then second thing,
that was 4 years later. Dwayne Wade was winning a championship in 06. No. Wait.
When did they start calling him the king?
Honestly, very early on.
Man had chosen one tatted on his back when he was
finals in year 4.
It was very early on he started.
But he got to the finals. It wasn't his rookie year.
He didn't get to the finals in 04. He got to the finals in 07.
I mean 07. 4 years later.
Yeah, 4 years. So you get the rookie year, and then 07 are naturally entertaining. The 3 years in between there was manufactured. It was marketing.
I can't say it was they capitalized on what was happening already. First of all,
I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I'm saying, to your point, like those 3 years were not naturally interesting.
No, they were though. No, they were because LeBron was good enough to challenge. He was.
But his team
challenge what? Challenge what?
He was good enough to project that this guy could end up being one of the greatest we've ever seen, if not the greatest. He was good enough to project that. Now, do I like how they projected it? No, but he egged it on too. He got the chosen one tatted on him.
And that's why he always says he put the league on his back. And that's why he always says he put the league on his back, because he played into it for marketing.
As a player, I'm telling you, the players make that's what I'm trying to tell you. The players make the league. Then he fast forward, the Heat, that sold itself. Then that era,
irreplaceable product. Keep going.
Right. Then you skip to the Warriors.
Irreplaceable product.
Wait, because you just contradicted yourself.
How?
Is the player helping it, or was it naturally intriguing with LeBron in those 3 years? Because our
players made it naturally intriguing.
But it wasn't. The players helped market. It was marketing. Those 3 years were marketing.
Listen, I'm saying the marketing is extra. Because the good product, if you have a good product, if you market, you don't gotta do much to market it.
Alan, Andre, do you think if LeBron didn't help play into the narrative and they didn't do that creative marketing during 04 to 06, would we have cared about those 3 seasons? No.
Overall,
we would not have cared.
Whoa, hold on, wait. Let me put a caveat on this.
Care about the NBA.
Us four.
Think about the champions during those years. Think about the champions during those years, bro. Spurs, Pistons, and then Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Us four I don't think cared about it because we're fans. We're super fans.
Well, obviously, we're talking about casuals because we're talking about
I know
higher level viewership.
Listen, LeBron, you gotta understand something.
No casuals was watching the Spurs dynasty, bro. Let's be real. Let's keep it honest.
Let's
keep
it
honest, bro. But I don't think
LeBron was bigger than just the Spurs dynasty because LeBron was more naturally intriguing. Hold on, because LeBron in year 2, 3, 4, 5 was competing with 10-year veterans like Kobe and Duncan and
Competing
He was good. He was that
Competing
good.
For what? For what?
When you're
wasn't
that
competing
good,
with them for anything.
I'm saying when you're that good, that young, people project, whoa, this guy could be the greatest. That's what happened with Jordan. He was wild. When he scored 63 on the Celtics, that woke the league up. That woke America up. That's we got to pay attention to this guy. That's what LeBron was doing. We can't deny that.
Okay, sure. I don't even disagree with you much. 2000, so then you get the Heat. You're correct.
Then you go to Curry. Then you go to the Durant years. And then after that, we got now.
Going back to like your point about the 2005, 2006, those years, even if those are the teams that won the championship, like people weren't tuning in for those teams. We still had big name stars back then, and the style of play that people like, even casual fans like to watch. They're still watching Kobe. They were still watching.
Not from 04 to 06, they weren't.
People were still watching like T-Mac and all these other stars. So I think even without LeBron there, I don't know if the league would have done as good, but I still think casual fans still would have watched.
Right, but don't confuse the argument. I'm not arguing that people weren't watching. Our debate right now is whether viewership in the NBA has always stemmed from something being naturally intriguing versus a combination of natural intrigue and marketing. That we can.
I think that's my point though. I think it's like it's not like the specific like. I think what also the NBA has lost is literally the style of play. I think the style of play back then was more intriguing to natural fans. I mean, to casual fans. I think that's the biggest difference now between the casual fans of back then and the casual fans today. I really do think the style of play is not what people like to see.
Do we not think that there's a failure of marketing by the NBA currently?
You said what? Say that again.
Marketing.
Not a failure of marketing by the NBA currently.
I don't think marketing at all. I actually think the marketing is stronger than ever. Actually,
what?
The players got to get it done, man. I'm telling you, you can't.
I think the marketing
great marketing and a bad product is not going to work out the way.
But here's my thing. So what is not happening on the court? Hold on. I want to ask specifically, what is not happening on the court such that the marketing doesn't matter? Like what do you need to be? There's no what
story.
I think
there's a ton of stories.
Not really.
There's no king.
Not something that we can follow all season long, and that's to Paul's point.
What is lacking? There's a young player entering his prime, winning a championship, trying to start a dynasty.
Nobody cares about that shit, man. I'm telling you, the league.
But why? Why does no one care?
Go back around. Hold on. I'm not gonna. This is where we started. Steve Kerr messed up. Listen, the NBA hate towards Jason Tatum and Steve Kerr messed this up, man.
The casual fan, I don't think the casual fans even know Steve Kerr coached the Olympics. We're talking.
They don't have to know. Listen to me. There is a meme going around right now of Jason Tatum sitting on the bench, being upset, and people are using it just randomly. They don't even know what it means. But casual fans are seeing this, and they don't respect this man. He's supposed to be the best player in the league.
That was the meme capitalization from the Olympics. So if you're a casual, the content that you got out of basketball from the Olympics was Curry going crazy and Tatum getting benched.
Correct.
That is the content you received during the summer.
And Paul, to your answer, where I said Jason Tatum's supposed to be the best player in the world, and he's not, whatever,
I know,
it doesn't actually matter.
One at a time.
Sorry, but can I respond to Alan? Because he asked a good question. He said they were making memes about Jason Tatum, but he asked it before you started. He said Jason Tatum was getting memed at the end of the finals and getting clowned. And my point to that is, where is the counter marketing?
There is none. The counter marketing was supposed to be the
let
Olympics.
him be clowned. You just let him be clowned.
The counter was supposed to be the Olympics.
Correct.
And they messed up. And Paul, to your point, where Jason Tatum's not the actual best player. Nobody cares. LeBron James wasn't the best player until 2012, but it didn't stop people from saying it. It certainly didn't stop the NBA from marketing.
Jason Tatum is not showing that he's projected to be. He was not the Finals MVP. The man was shooting 30-something% in the Finals.
Wait.
Hold on. Let me tell you what happened with the. Let me tell you what's really going on. Hold on. Let me tell you what's really going on. Let me go in for a second.
Can I respond to that point, though?
Go ahead.
But before you go, because you're saying that,
Stop talking about Jason
but
Tatum.
you're talking about playoff success. Wasn't that the biggest issue LeBron had for the entirety of his first decade in the league? So wasn't all that marketing based on regular season performance?
No,
it was all regular season performance, was it not?
No, it wasn't.
Was it
LeBron's issue was that his team wasn't good enough. It wasn't until he got to the Heat where he choked like that. Am I wrong?
So he didn't choke against the Celtics in 09.
He did.
Choked against the Celtics?
He did.
In 09?
You can't forget that. He did.
Let's not do
You call
this.
that choking?
Let's not do this.
Yes.
Let's not do this. How about the Magic? How about the Magic?
And I was gonna say that's what I was gonna say
Magic?
next. Come on.
Let's not do this. We can leave it
That's
there.
not the same level as what he did in 2011, though.
Agreed. But my point is, early in his career, not even early, in the first decade of his career, he was struggling to get over the hump. So the marketing of him being king was around his regular season performance. So I don't want to hear about Jason Tatum's
No.
I don't want to hear about Tatum's finals numbers.
He had some big numbers on the Cavs against his team.
Jason Tatum hasn't had absolutely historical playoff games. Like,
and the problem is, and the problem,
he's Mr. Game 7. He's Mr. Game 7.
I'm tired of this Jason Tatum glazing, man. Listen, hold on, wait a second. Jason Tatum won the chip playing badly. Jason Tatum Jason Tatum had a better team at this point in his career than LeBron ever did at the same point in his career.
I want to use another
player. That matters. That matters.
Sure.
Jaylen Brown. What's the finals? I know you don't rate it like that, but that matters. We can't ignore that. This is why the league is marketing Anthony Edwards more than Jason Tatum. I would really talk about.
No, but they're not. That's my problem. I was about to go to him. I said, what about Anthony Edwards? Why is Anthony Edwards not the Adidas is doing more for Anthony Edwards than the NBA is?
What do you want? What do you want the NBA to do?
Market your best player.
Look at the last decade. Look at the last decade. Look at LeBron. Look at how LeBron got marketed. Look at there's your blueprint. There's your blueprint.
But what I'm seeing from what I'm seeing going on with Anthony Edwards is the same things that I saw with, like, it wasn't that LeBron Kobe puppet commercial was Nike. It wasn't the NBA.
Yeah,
but people attribute that.
Correct.
Right.
I know,
People attribute
that
to NBA marketing.
No, they're not. No one brought that up. No one brought up the Kobe LeBron thing.
No, I'm saying people, and not y'all, but in general, people say that was part of the NBA market that made the NBA great at that time.
You're forgetting the NBA also ran a commercial that time where people were like 23, no, 24. They had old men in barbershops.
NBA and the Nike were partnered in that narrative, bro.
Had to make a
Let's not do that.
Dwight Howard had to make a spoof of that where he's like, Dwight Howard. Like, we're not forgetting.
That was an NBA commercial?
Yes.
Correct. The NBA also beefed up that rivalry, bro. Because you know when they started it? They started it from the Olympics.
There is nothing.
They did a sit-down interview with Kobe and Bron during the Olympics and set up the rivalry for the next season. And Nike jumped on it. Again, the NBA has to market, bro.
There's nothing marketable like that right now. At that point in this point.
That's incorrect.
That is correct. You talking about Kobe and LeBron in 08?
The fact that the NBA did not take the Tatum dunking on LeBron like clip and make some legacy thing up.
He's not going to perceive the argument if we use Tatum. So Tatum can't be the one.
But he has to be.
But I'll concede that because he doesn't even have to be because you have other players. Pick one of them.
No, but you see what you said. Hold on, Fyro. You see what you just said? Pick one of them. Pick one of them. Back then, there was no picking one of. It was the two. Kobe, LeBron. This choice was made because of who the players were and how great they were. Tatum is not on that level.
Before LeBron,
man. We got to be honest.
We
got to be honest. He's not on that level, man.
Stop! I don't care about Tatum. Before LeBron, after Jordan, did they not have to pick one?
Before LeBron, after Jordan, Kobe rose up and became that guy.
But Kobe's prime was during when LeBron got here, so he wasn't that guy yet. And they were not marketing him as the darling of the NBA from 90 to 03.
Hold on, wait a second.
Who did they market?
Jordan retired in 98, right? Yeah. Kobe was in the league at that time.
I know.
When they started winning chips was literally just 2 years later. It's not that much of a separation between Jordan and Kobe. So what I'm saying is Kobe rose up and made himself the guy. When you are that young,
he wasn't even the best player on his team.
But he was almost the best player on the team.
But the standard you were just talking about was like this. It's got to be someone in the league that looks like they might be the greatest
and
ever.
Shaq, wait a second, and Shaq himself.
You see how you're naming multiple players that the NBA picked to market to make us interested?
They didn't pick them. They did not pick them, Pharaoh. It was a common sense decision. There is no common sense decision. So therefore there is no decision.
Why not? That's the question. Why don't you think
so? Because nobody is laying their look. Here's the for 2019. No, from 2018 to now, there's been a different champion every year.
Sure.
That's the problem.
Kind of like 05 until the Lakers started winning again in 08.
Here's the real problem, gentlemen. Here's the real problem. There is a common sense solution, but they don't want to buy into it because the common sense solution would be to start marketing a Tatum versus Doncic rivalry, but they don't want to do that because Doncic has never won nothing, and he's not an American.
That doesn't matter for marketing. It never has.
And he's not an American player. That's the other side of it that they don't want to talk about.
Let's go back to 03. Let's go back to 03, right? Because
they tried to market Jokic.
There's a reason.
It didn't work. Did it?
Terrible choice. Terrible choice.
In your opinion,
it clearly didn't work.
It was a terrible choice.
It clearly didn't work. So, but you're thinking about the choice from the standpoint of whether the player deserves it or not, bro. We're talking about successful marketing, bro.
No.
So let's go back to 03, right? Because you brought up the point about, there's a different champion every year. The same 03 period that we're talking about where they used LeBron, that was also true then. 03 Spurs, 04 Pistons, 05 Spurs again, 06 Heat, 07 Spurs, 08 Celtics. The Spurs were going every other, but it was basically a different champion every year. You didn't know what was going to happen. So they needed LeBron, right? They picked LeBron. They needed LeBron. It was obvious.
They didn't pick LeBron.
It was obvious, but they needed it, right?
They didn't pick LeBron.
I just told you you're correct on that. It was obvious.
Okay. I didn't hear that.
They needed it, right? So when it's not like this is an unprecedented time with multiple teams winning championships.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
No, there's not a LeBron, but maybe there is because there's a Wemby. So crown Wemby.
Hold on. Wemby might be the guy, but he's in his second year, right?
So 04 was LeBron's second year.
Why are you acting like people are saying 04 that he was the king of the NBA?
They are. In fact, they're doing revisionist history.
It wasn't that early.
Every other day, Draymond comes out and says LeBron James has been the best player since the minute he stepped into the league.
04?
Are you
still talking about AI in them in 04?
Wait a second. Are you gonna not acknowledge people like Draymond Green and Nick Wright who are doing this revisionist history every single day, being like LeBron was the best player since 2003 and he's still the best player? It's a common narrative.
Forget what's happening now. If you're gonna sit here, look me in my face, and tell me they weren't jacking LeBron was the best player in the league in his second year, you're bunned.
Am I the only person that doesn't remember that?
I don't remember that. I'm not gonna lie. The second year,
04?
Brother, he was an all-star.
Not that early.
Because he does. Listen. Here's the thing.
This is like 24 All-Stars.
Let me be clear.
I'm pretty sure he started.
He was that nice though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, look, let me be clear. Right?
I'm not trying to say it's fraudulent. Again, this is not a LeBron criticism.
No, I know. I understand what you're saying. I'm saying that him being that great, that young, is what warranted. Listen. You can't fool the people, man.
Paul, which way are you arguing? Are you arguing they didn't do it or that it was warranted?
I'm not arguing none of that. I'm saying that the players are the ones who carry that. They're the driving force. The marketing of the NBA is like sprinkles on the top. That's not.
At the least, it's a partnership. There are some years where the NBA truly didn't have to do anything because it was so great. In most years, it's a partnership. You need both. And to say that there is no players in the league today that have intrigue around them and that are producing at levels that should garner the NBA partnering with them to market what they're doing at a high level, I think is blasphemous. Victor Wembanyama, we've never seen anything like that. Right. Anthony Edwards has the classic sort of NBA personality that we loved from the 2000s.
And they're trying with him and it's not working.
They're not really trying, though.
I disagree.
When's the last time, bro? When's the last time like NBA marketing got you hyped for a regular season matchup?
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. Look. Let me cook for a second, right? I'm trying to tell you, you cannot fool the people, right? When you take a player that is just another one of the great players in that era and try and push him to be like the face, people are like, this man is not like, who is this? Like, he's great, but like y'all try to push him like he's that interesting. He's not. Jordan was that interesting very early because when you are that good, that young, like a Wemby, he's in the second year. Let's see how far if the Spurs make the playoffs, watch what they do with Wemby. Watch what they do with Wemby, right? Right now, there is nobody that is standing above the crowd. And I'm trying to tell you that there is usually a player in every era that is standing above the crowd. Usually.
From
and
what
right
perspective,
now,
though? Like, in what sense are they standing above? Like, are we talking about winning stats? Like, what do you need to see from a player?
It's either winning or projected winning. When you are that good, that young, people are gonna say LeBron might be the greatest ever. When you are that good, that young, making the finals in year 4.
So you don't think there's Anthony Edwards projected winning? We don't think that Anthony Edwards projects to be. I mean, they've been calling him Michael Jordan's son
because he looks
for
like
a year
Jordan.
and a half.
He literally looks like Michael Jordan in his face and plays like him. That doesn't mean he's as good and great as him.
At the same age.
I mean, listen,
because he doesn't have to be Jordan today, right? Like, to your point, you just need to be projected. So right. You don't think Anthony Edwards is good enough today at his age to project and market around the projection of how good he could be?
They chose him. I really think the league chose him.
It's trash then. It's trash.
So who should they choose?
What do you want to see from him then, Pharaoh?
Luka, maybe. I don't know.
I want to see.
How do you market Anthony Edwards?
Like you said, narratives, and I want having conversations around matchups and performances against other stars, and tracking the progression of teams. The NBA doesn't do that anymore. The NBA has moved to social media, clickbait, highlight farming. Even the talk shows are all highlight farming. There is no more narrative of team development and trajectory and how certain players performed against each other, right? Paolo Banchero just had 50. Who did he have 50 on? Do we even know? Has that been broadcast? Has that been discussed? Who the hell he put 50 on their heads up?
No.
Right? Like, think about it last year. Like, Anthony Edwards tries his best. Last year, remember his Kyrie comment? How hype were we for game 1? Because we were like, you was talking that stuff. Like, let's you gotta guard that, man.
Anthony Edwards is trumpeting out. He's the one that's I'm telling you.
No, he's giving the sauce, but like, we don't run with those narratives. There's no narrative. Like, they tried it with Ja. Remember Ja back then? I'm fine in the West. Remember how they ran it? Like, we need more of that.
He messed it up though. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I know he did. It's not completely NBA's fault because of that. That's true.
It's on the play.
But you gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out.
They can't figure it out. It's on the players.
People are giving you sauce.
It's on the players, man. It's on
the only way I agree with you that it's on the players is that my points about who in this era I find is lacking in competitiveness, that is hurting it.
Yes.
And you know whose feet I lay that at. It was supposed to be the person who was supposed to be the savior of this. Supposed to be super competitive. Supposed to have the old school mentality. I don't work out with nobody.
You blame him or Doc Rivers?
I blame him. He don't give us no sauce no more. Where's the sauce? Where's all that sauce? Where was all that sauce from 2019? Huh? 2020. Where was all that sauce?
Listen, he's trying to guard them dudes the right way. All right, salute. Come on, brother.
So to your point, there are a lot of players. There are a lot of players who are not giving us the sauce. Jokic is giving us no sauce. Giannis is giving us no sauce. Tatum is giving us bland sauce. I'll admit it. It's very bland sauce. No, but it's very bland sauce.
It's too early.
It's bland sauce. But there are guys giving you good sauce. Shea is giving you good sauce.
Who?
Shea.
Oh, Shea.
Yeah. Shea is giving you good sauce.
Is he really? Is he?
He's giving you phenomenal sauce.
I don't think
phenomenal sauce.
Come on, man. We gotta think in the terms of the casual. We gotta think from the perspective of the casual.
Shay, a good-looking brother with braids, who's a fashion icon and has great quotes.
He is not.
I don't think for the casual fan really care about Shay.
He's not good enough.
Yeah. Well,
why is he not good enough? The man averaging 30 for the last 3 seasons,
and he's on it.
This is my point right now, right? You know what the OKC would have. Think about the old OKC, bro. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, they weren't better than everyone. They weren't the best in the league yet. But again, like you said, projections works for teams too. We did a team projection, and we were invested in that small market team because we were like, this team is gonna be mad good.
No, because of both.
Because of the team. Because of the team.
Westbrook captured the heart of the fans, but Durant was the best player, and people were like, "Can he beat LeBron, who is the best player?"
No. That narrative only happened once KD reached his prime in like 11, 12, 13 moving forward. But that
only drafted in 07.
I know, but I'm saying from 08 to 11 till they made the finals, we were invested in that OKC team because they were marketed as the young team on the rise, the next up. We don't even get that kind of narrative spinning anymore of who's next up. We don't even get
there's
that.
a different team every year because the best players are all of these.
It can't be who's next up different every year. You have to follow a team that steadily rises. And you know who it was? It was this OKC team. And only now that they're good and a 1 seed are we even paying even the slightest attention to them, and we're not even doing it that much.
I hear what you're saying, but I think it still comes down to the player because without Durant, there is no OKC. And then as they're rising, they're like, "Oh, Durant's beating Kobe. Oh, wait, he's beating Dirk. Wait a second, and he's scoring like with ease. He might beat LeBron. Whoa, let's pay attention to this guy."
Was Shea not just doing that? Until he ran into Luka. And then that should be the narrative. That should be one of the main storylines of this NBA season is Luka. Can he get back? He finally got to a finals. Can he get back? But he's gonna have to go up against Shea again. And those are the 2 best guards, 2 best players in the perimeter in the West. The Shea-Luka matchup should be prime television this year. But no one's even talking about that. I think they might have already played each other. And no one even cared.
It's still early though. I think Christmas.
That's
Day
how you market the start of a season.
You don't waste the marketing at this point in the season though. Not at this point. The rematches at this point in the season, it's wasting the marketing because you're competing against the NFL. You're competing against the World Series. You gotta build that up at the later part of the season.
And we can wrap it up. But Alan, that mentality you just expressed right now is why first week viewership was down. The idea that we don't want to waste marketing. We have a rematch from the Western playoffs last year when a guy who thought he got snubbed for MVP and averaged 30 points is coming back with his team, another year older, another year wiser, thinking they're going to make the conference finals this year, going against Luka, who came up short in the finals, who is, some people have him as the best player in the NBA. They have a first week NBA new season matchup, and we don't hear about it.
You do hear about it, but the marketing at that is opening week, new season, everything else. All that stuff you're talking about comes later in the season.
I'll even go down to the selection of games. The schedule making has been terrible. Why the hell did we have Suns Clippers tonight? No one wants to watch Suns Clippers. But you know what you're doing? You're hanging on to your old stars. Oh, maybe we can get the eyes for KD and Kawhi. Stop it. Move on. Move on.
So look,
the Thunder should be on national television. The Timberwolves should be on national television. The Grizzlies should be on national television. Stop it.
I'll say this. The
Magic should be on national television.
Hold on. They're dropping the ball with the Grizzlies because they literally just forgot about Ja. Right? I agree with you there. But like I said, you cannot fool the people. The people are interested in what they're interested in. And right now, the way the league is going, nobody's rising to the top because that's what creates the strongest narratives that the NBA and all these advertisers get behind. There is no cream of the crop. Shea is not the cream of the crop. Tatum's not the cream of the crop.
Oh, no. Yeah.
What are we talking about? Who is then? Who is?
Whoa. Shea is the cream of the crop. What the hell?
They're all there. Like you said, if there's a bunch of, if everybody's just as good as each other, then it's mid. If Shea is great, and Tatum is just as great, and Jokic is just as great, and Giannis is just as great, and John just.
I didn't say the top was mid. I said everyone below the top 6 teams are mid. In those top, I have OKC.
But nobody
He's some of the only. They're the only good. They're one of the only good teams in NBA, and they're not even on TV that much.
Hold on.
You put all these mid teams on TV all the time.
Never in the
freaking Pacers.
Never in the history of the NBA has anybody could win the chip. Has that been the strongest marketing? It's the quest for individual greatness powered by team success and with you as the best player. And right now, nobody could be marketed in that light.
So I agree with everything you said until the end, because I just feel like you are, I think because the timelines haven't been convenient this era, like usually the timelines line up that the next up guys are hitting their prime right as the old guard is ready to go. And so it feels seamless because it feels like, oh yeah, this guy deserves to get the baton now, right? Like LeBron rose up really while Kobe was still in his prime. So the baton pass felt natural, right? The Lakers got ready to pop off right as Jordan was done. So it felt natural. Same thing with Magic. Jordan had to beat Magic, right? Just because the timelines are off and the baton pass isn't natural, I think it's unfair to say these players are not where they should be just because they're young. And you know whose fault it is? It's LeBron for hanging around so long. He's hung around so long that the baton pass now is cross-generational to where the guys who would take it for this era, they're not ready yet because they're young, but that doesn't mean they're not those guys. Shea, Ant, Ja, they're those guys, man. They're just young.
There's no the guy. There's no guy that you can project to be right now. Wemby is and they're pushing Anthony Edwards. If Anthony Edwards gets to like the number 1 seed, we're gonna see a lot more of Anthony Edwards. But Wemby,
he was the number 1 seed last year. That's what I'm trying to say.
And he was number 1 seed last year, but lost to the Mavericks, who most people thought weren't gonna get. You said that again, Alan?
I said, but we see Anthony Edwards the most out of everyone, and you're right. So I don't see how the marketing is like bad for him. That's where I feel like we disagree. Because I feel like they're marketing him very, very well. I see Anthony Edwards as much as I see anybody else. Huh?
They chose him. They chose Anthony Edwards. They forgot about Ja and chose Anthony Edwards.
I'm saying, yeah, they did. They very clearly did that. That's why I don't see why the marketing is bad for him. And even with the young guys, Farrell, to your point,
right? Like you're pointing out visibility, which is one type of marketing, and you're right. Like the visibility of AE, although I give a lot of that credit to Adidas, is that they're making him the most visible face. But this whole conversation started with like the narrative. There's no good storylines in the year. Just saying someone is the guy is not enough. You have to give us a story about what is the guy's obstacle. Right, of course, and
what is he getting?
Andre, you're a writer, right? It's great to write a great hero, right? Writing a great character, a hero is awesome. If you can't tell us what his journey is, if it's not a compelling obstacle, then we don't care about this guy.
Can I get on my writer? Can I get on my writer nerd shit?
I want to go back to Alan though, because and then after Alan, you, and then we'll wrap up. So Alan, I turn that back to you. Yes, they've turned Anthony Edwards into a great character. Right, he's a great NBA soap opera character. Anthony Edwards, too. They have not given us any storyline from him. There's no narrative for him. They haven't put together and been able to communicate where he's at in his journey and what specifically we should be looking for to happen this year and what's going to be interesting and who he's going against to do it. That's what I'm saying. Like you're saying, Shea and Luka and these guys aren't that guy. I'm like, you have to, because if you pick Anthony Edwards to be the guy, you have to have villains. You have to prop up the villains so that the battle is interesting.
Here's what I'm gonna say. First and foremost, NBA executives, please go read Story Genius by Lisa Cron. It's a fantastic book, and every young writer needs to read it because what it tells you is what is a story. People don't know. To Pharaoh's point, everyone thinks, oh, it's just them showing up and all this crazy stuff happens. That's not a story. A story follows one central person, right? All these great things are happening around them, fine, but it's how it changes them. What do they do in spite of all the things happening to them? What obstacles are they getting through? Who are they when they be Jason Tatum, great person, not that great, benched in the Olympics, not deserving of Finals MVP, running meme on the internet, right? How does that change him? That should be the story that they are marketing for this season.
There should be a hashtag revenge tour trending. The NBA should be running graphics before every Celtics game talking about this stop on the Jason Tatum revenge tour. They should be leaning in to that narrative.
And shameless plug. And fans of Fast Breaks, if you're out there and you're looking for a great series to start or a great book to start where you get a great story that demonstrates exactly what I'm talking about, check out Superhuman. Hopefully hitting your shelves within the next year or so.
No, you gotta pay for that, brother. We're not letting you. You need to pay for all that. You're not listening.
That's crazy. Alan, last comment before we wrap.
I'm playing.
Alan,
go buy Superhuman soon. I'll say this. Like, I see your point about like the story and everything, but I think that's just one very specific part of marketing, right? I don't think that totally speaks to the NBA's capturing of like the casual fan. I think that would help, but I don't think that's like the one thing that's going to bring a casual fan in. I think if the NBA marketed like a great story around Anthony Davis and nothing else has changed, I don't think it would help the viewership that much, especially like for competing against like other leagues and everything, because like I'm a casual fan of like other sports, like let's say baseball, for example, super casual fan. I root for the Mets and everything, but I just started watching baseball a few weeks ago. Like I know no story, and I know baseball's not doing great, but like viewership wise, but I know no storylines about players and anything in baseball like that. But baseball like realized that, and what they did to try to capture it is they changed a bunch of rules. Like baseball is played very much differently as it was as it was just a few years ago. So I think better game, which goes back to our point, better product. So I don't think the product has to do so much more about the players, but I think like the product of basketball itself, to a lot of people, not to like super fans, but a lot of casual fans, the product of basketball is not in a good place, and a lot of people do not want to watch it anymore. So I think once the league figures that out and tries to fix it, which I think it is, I think then the casual fans would like be more invested into it. So I think that is more of what I think the league has to do.
And I love that.
Not to say the storylines,
I think it sets us up for the next time we come back to this topic in the series, because I think what you're getting at, that is another aspect of the quality of the product. And someone mentioned it earlier, is play style and rule changes. The NBA has tried to change the rules seemingly every single year, trying to figure out how to set it up to make this product entertaining. And maybe we should talk about the success of that and whether it's good or not. So maybe next week, if nothing crazy happens, we'll come back to this. Thursday, we'll do our regular, analyzation of headlines and scores and whatnot. But if nothing crazy happens next Sunday, let's come back to this and pick it up right on that point of the quality of the style of basketball that's being marketed. Because to your point, that is true. If the quality of the product is bad, if the battle is bad, no one cares how interesting it is that there's going to be a battle.
Right.
If they can't fight, I don't care that y'all gonna scrap. If y'all can't, like, everyone puts their phone out when they say someone's gonna fight until you see them fight, and you like, man, y'all not doing nothing out here. Yo, go sit down. Y'all not doing nothing. Yeah, we go.
There you go.
All right, great pod. That's it for us. Thank you again for joining us. We'll catch you again this Thursday. Deuces.
Oh, wait. And don't think we forgot Fast Breaks family. The Twitch is on the way. Don't forget.
We looking nice in that rec. I'm telling you right now, come see us in that rec.
We looking good.
Oh, Fast Breaks, check out Medium. Check out Medium.
Check out Medium, please.
Check out Medium. Soon. Link soon.
All
right. Light it up. Oh.
Superhuman out in the store soon, hopefully.
Next year,
2025. Light it up.
Come on.
coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace. Yeah. And we really study tape. Y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games. Yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks. Paul, Dre, and Allen. Yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game. We don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break. Throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break. Throw me the